Hey there, YouTube. It's Chris here. We're moving on to the lightning stuff, and I realize that I've got some wires hanging out, but I'm going to cover this up back here in the back. But these are the two wires for the lightning. They're just kind of temporary. I'm doing some testing, and if you look right up here, I have some cloud material. So this is test number 1, and we're going to see how the layout looks with it. And if this works out, then I'm going to make a complete bus bar system that alternates the light, power, and all that stuff. So we're going to add a whole bunch of lights on the bottom here. So here's test number 1. I think that looked pretty decent. Let's move you down a little bit and see what the cloud looks like. And now I've got a little bit of material. I've got to figure a way to mount this up. The lights are kind of hanging, so we'll tidy all that up. But here's another test. I think that looks pretty decent. Okay, so obviously we need to add some more cloud in this area right up here. I've got to tidy the light up over here, but I got one way in the back and one in the front. I'm just trying to see if I want to do any adjustments. I think that looked pretty decent. We just got to add more stuff. I got that stuff at Michael's, just some pillow stuffing. And like I said, I've got to get some powders. I need to get some grays and some blacks and put a little bit in there. Maybe even leave it white for a while to see how that looks. I got to put some in the background and the foreground. I'm not going to put a whole bunch of it, just around the lights, you know. Then we're going to actually do that in the center. And then we're going to do the same thing over there. That's the reason why I'm creating a bus system, and I ran these 2 wires down through the top of the layout, going down and going to the Broadway Limited control. So I've got to tidy these up, tie those into a bus bar up there, and then run the lights to those bus bars. So honestly, I think I could get by with splitting that bus bar up into different negatives, because it looks like to me off the Broadway Limited it runs off positive mainly, but the controller controls the negative, which has 2 separate slots. So I'm going to make 2 separate slots on the bus bar, one for each different light. So if I got a pair of lights, I'm going to have bus bar number 1 on one light and bus bar number 2 on the second light, if that makes sense. So like I said, that's just the storm system. I know the blue lights sometimes don't make sense to people here and there, but I think it looks better because I'm able to actually see what's going on with the train for the most part. I can actually do uncoupling and all that, and here we got another storm coming in. and then I can just turn around and see what I'm doing. The back will be changed. There'll be a lot of stuff. I know it's blue and it don't make sense, but whenever I get it done, it'll make sense. There'll be a method to my madness. So that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later.